Hi everybody, this is April the Artistic Gardener, and I'm here today to invite you to actually come with me out into my garden. I have something I wanted to show you, especially all you tomato lovers out there. And I know you're out there and you love your tomatoes, just like me. But anyway, first I want to apologize. I am totally in the trenches today in my garden. It is super hot, really hot. But I'm kind of a stench girl today. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know, this is kind of my normal garden get-up. But, yeah, hey, this is me being in the garden, being hot in the garden. And, yeah, my wet towel and my nifty yellow hat here. But anyway, besides that, if you can just kind of allow a lady here her dignity, I'll just kind of show my face here a little bit. And then, I wanted to show you something really important that's going to give a lot of you tomato lovers here in the Las Vegas area and also other areas where maybe you're growing in an arid, hot climate that is not very friendly to gardeners, and you maybe have just given up hope that you know, you can't grow tomatoes, especially heirloom tomatoes. Well, I'm here today to tell you this is absolutely false. False. It's you can grow heirloom tomatoes in the desert. So I'm going to be dispelling some of these myths out there, kind of roaming around, that yes, you can grow heirloom tomatoes, and not just little ones, not little cherry ones, but big ones, big, beautiful tomatoes. And to dispel the myth that you cannot grow under shade cloth your tomatoes, or anything for that matter, well, okay, that's for just a few minutes out here. Then there's the, let's see here. Yeah, then there's the myth that you only can grow just a small handful of tomatoes. Yeah, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, maybe about 5 that's being promoted around town that, again, not true. So, without further delay, let's go ahead and come on out with me to the garden. But as you can see, it's hot. It's going to be 108 today. It's going to be 108 tomorrow, 110, and then 111. So we've been hitting these temperatures here for several days now, actually maybe a couple of weeks. So we've been like around 109 or so. So hot, very hot. I mean, we can get up to like 115 and a little bit higher than that. So the 111, we're hitting high temps. Okay, so here we are, and I apologize, I'm not the best person here with the camera. So let's see if I can zoom in on that. But I promise I'm going to get much better for you guys, because I really want to teach you some wonderful things about biological gardening here, and just give you encouragement that you can grow. You can do it. You can grow your own food. It's not impossible. But as you can see, here we are. It's June 23rd, Tuesday at 12:20. Hey, kitty. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go on outside. Okay, well, let me grab my boxes here. Miss Penny is waiting very patiently. She says she's ready. But I have a little bit of a quandary here. Yeah, Jasper, he has decided to take up residence in my box. So we will head over and get me my smaller box. Jasper, you silly rascal. Yeah, that's right. Okay, but anyway, so let's go ahead and grab this. And we'll head on outside. Yeah, we see you. Yeah, silly boy. Of course, when I leave, now he gets out of the box. But, alright. So, we will head on over Now, let me kind of sit in the shade here a little bit to dispel the myth that you cannot grow or should not grow under shade cloth. Well, there we have some shade cloth. And yeah, I know that looks real beautiful, but there's a purpose there. So I'm just trying to shade some of my large tomatoes here in the front that would definitely get sun scalded from this south sun. So that's just helping to give them a little bit of shade. It's just a really light frost blanket that I have hanging there, but yeah, it's seen better days. The wind has kind of tore some holes through it, but it's still serving its purpose. But, you know, I do agree that not all plants should be planted under shade cloth, and this is 30% shade cloth. So, but a lot of plants can be grown under shade cloth just fine, with high bricks, with no issues. So it's not like they're losing anything. I mean, they're still receiving sun. It's as if they're in the sun. They're just getting 30% less. So let's go ahead and come around here. Oh yeah, and if you guys are looking for some greens, yeah, this guy, he's a champ. This is the Alabama Blue Collard, and in the sun it gets a little bit more pale, but in the under the shade cloth and a little bit more shade, it's more colorful. But yeah, let me go ahead and I'll just kind of pan through some of my, this is my tomato patch here. Let me zoom out. So here's, oh yeah, here's the other myth. They have to sprawl in order for them to grow well, to shade. Those are not sprawling, they are actually caged and going up and up and up and up. And they look quite healthy. So that's Mythbuster number 2. Yeah, sorry for the dramatics. But I'm just so excited about this, and you know, I wanted to make a point here also, folks, that you know, this is my first year really hitting the tomatoes head on. You know, I've done it, grown a few in the past, tried a couple of the popular methods here in town, not successful. A lot of my friends that are gardeners here, not successful with those techniques. So it's what's working for the one individual is not working for everyone. But you know, hey, more power to them. You know, you never know until you try. And don't, just like in life, don't let anybody ever tell you you can't, because you can. You know, it's just, you know, you have to be a little open to experimentation and, you know, failures and a lot of successes. So don't let anybody ever tell you you cannot or you have to. And I mean, what I'm showing you today is my process, and I'm quite successful with it. You know, it may not work for you, but hey, you know, it's working for me. So I'm super excited, and I wanted to just pass that along to everybody. So, you know, it's a good starting point for you. But oh, there's my Nero Toscano. I think a lot of people call it dinosaur kale, but it's growing very nicely. Yeah, and I'm kind of in transition here, so ignore that. And then here's my other Alabama Blue. Sorry, I'm kind of straying, but I'm just so excited about this plant. You have to grow it. It's just awesome. It's everything I grow is heirlooms. I don't grow any hybrids. I like to save my seeds and perpetuate, you know, year after year, you know, my seed stock. So lovely, sweet, delicious, and growing, and very well, mind you, in 110, 108 temperatures. And look, hollyhocks, yay, they finally opened. But yeah, so here you can kind of see, yep, I need to harvest. I have so many tomatoes. And again, they're all heirloom, every single one an heirloom. But here's my bed. I just split, my husband just split, let me reframe that. And then here's some plants that I would definitely plant out in the sun. You know, some eggplants, peppers, but again, it's not always true. So let's head on over to the other side of my tomato bed. And you can see, oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, baby. Look at that. I'm going to set my box down here. And I'm just going to show you some of these guys. So these are not little. These are, you know, quite large tomatoes. And I have about, there's 25 of them or so in this bush. You can see there's some new ones coming in. And I'm just really curious. I haven't seen this one really setting a whole ton of fruit right now, but I see some flowers that look like they may be setting, so we will check. You know, and one of the beauties of having the shade cloth too is it allows you to have a fuller production earlier, so that way your season lasts so much longer. But here you can see here's a few more varieties. Oops, sorry. Again, I'm kind of challenged, new to this video camera. But, yeah, look. There we go. Even though the heat is taking a little toll on some of the leaves, and they're not looking 100% pretty, but hey, they're still growing and they're still giving me delicious fruit. So let's, sorry, I'm kind of getting through my, yeah, see my shade cloth here. Very nice. And here's another shout out, yeah baby, yeah. Look at those sweethearts. Oh my gosh. And this one, I mean, they're all so delicious. I'm just so excited, but you know, they are so delicious. And you can see here I have several fruit in the front. And again, remember, we're at the end of June here, coming into July, so I have lots of green tomatoes in here still. And here, let's, so we're definitely going into July with tomatoes, and I'm expecting going into August with several of these, so woohoo. But what I wanted to show you here is, let me see if I could do this box thing. Let me, okay, this is kind of a challenge when I've only got, sorry, one hand and I'm doing a camera, so I'm gonna have to turn this bad boy off. But I wanted to show proof to you that this is on the vine. So we're looking at this bad boy right here. Yeah, beautiful. But I'm gonna take that bad boy off, but I really don't want it to drop, so coming in here to prove to you. Look at that baby. Yep. Gorgeous. And this variety here is gold medal. So hello baby. So we're gonna put this guy down into the box here. There you go. That is one thing that is absolutely true. At the beginning, I didn't have problems with birds. I did not have any problems with birds whatsoever. They were too busy eating some of my fruit. But as soon as I picked my my peaches, oh my gosh, they really started coming after my tomatoes big time. So I'm so reluctant to pull these guys off early. I love the flavor and taste of the tomatoes when they're on the vine and ripen on the vine, but I don't know, just to save my beautiful tomatoes, I might have to take them off early. But I see another one in there that I know is definitely ready, so let me go ahead and grab that one. Okay, here's the other guy. Yeah, not quite as big as the other one, but hey, you know, it's still, what, palm size almost. I mean, look at that. That is still a very large and beautiful. Look at the colors on that. That is just gorgeous. And again, folks, this is gold medal, so I'm really happy with this tomato. And oh my goodness, I mean, look at this guy here. This one here is just gigantic. But I'm gonna leave it for another couple of days, as well as some of these other ones. I mean, this guy here, he's nothing to sneeze at either. But again, I just hate taking these off early. But I guess I hate the fact, you know, I hate when the birds get my tomatoes too. So, but here I wanted to show you, you know, one by one, I'll come through and show you all my tomatoes that I'm growing. Now this one here is the blue goldberry. And I guess I kind of fibbed. You know, I guess you can't really consider this an heirloom. This is more of an open-pollinated. But, you know, I'm kind of excluding cherry tomatoes out of this mix here. So, again, this is the blue goldberry, so you can kind of see. Very pretty. In the sun, they get the blue color. And then in the shade, they're very golden. But, yeah, I mean, this is very prolific. I mean, look, you can just see all the fruit on this. So if you love cherry tomatoes, this guy's going to give you buckets full. And you can see that it's just, you know, continuing to set fruit here. So it's no problem coming through into the summer with good production. Now this one here is my black truffle. Oh, it's so delicious. This is such a nice heirloom. This is definitely an heirloom tomato. And it has the shape of a pear almost. I mean, these ones here are looking a little bit flatter, but earlier on they definitely had a pear shape. But I don't know if you can see that one kind of in the back there. But you can see it's starting to color up a bit. And I have lots of fruit on this. This is actually a shorter variety, so you know, maybe about 4 or 5 feet high, maybe more like 5 feet high. Hi, tomatoes, yum. Then come over here, and I've got this little teeny tiny guy. I mean, he's maybe 3 feet, if that, but oh my gosh, this one's so delicious too. This is more, I would consider this more of kind of a paste kind of tomato. It does have some juice, but it's quite meaty, and they're small. They're, you know, I think they consider this more of like a grape tomato. So kind of small, but oh my god, it is so good in tomato soup, tomato sauce. Oh, it is wonderful. Very salty tasting. Some of you may like it out there, you know, for fresh eating. But for me, it's just awesome in tomato soups, and I've been making lots of tomato soup. So, so delish. Now, this guy here, this is my Tasmanian blushing, and this is another heirloom. And the Grappoli D'Inverno is this guy here. But these are both heirlooms, and you can see this is a beautiful yellow color. And inside it's just a soft butter yellow, just very beautiful, very delicious. I'm very pleased with this one also. All my tomatoes, I've just been really happy this year. But I wanted to show you something. I mean, this guy is still producing tomatoes in this heat. I mean, look at that. I've got some new tomatoes. So in 110, baby, this guy is still producing. Here's another little teeny tiny one. And I mean, just if I kind of keep going around this plant, you'll just see a ton of little teeny tiny tomatoes coming out. So woohoo, I am happy. And I've got, you know, some down here. So we're looking for, you know, a second flush on this one, and I still have some tomatoes that are still green. Then this one here is called, some people call it stupiche or stupis, or I call it stupichka because that's, I looked it up and that's what it's Russian. So please, anybody that's Russian out there, please help me to pronounce this correctly. But I call it stupichka because that's how I learned the name of it and how the pronunciation. But this one here, this one's been promoted in town for quite a while as a good producer. As you can see, it's quite sparse in my garden here. But it's, there you go. There's some new fruit right there. So it's still producing. At the beginning, it had quite a bit of fruit, but it slowed down. But I still have some fruit on here that's ripening. But, and then again, there's, new fruit coming in on this one, and it's quite small. They're not like huge, but they're not cherry tomato size. Though when I come around the other side, I can show you the size of another one. But this guy is Sunrise Bumblebee, and again, it's a cherry type tomato, and it's an open pollinated, so not an heirloom. But yeah, if we kind of look around in here, this guy is just so delicious. It is super, super yummy. It's very well balanced. It's not like super tart or super sweet, but it's definitely juicy. It's delicious, and it's one of my favorites. And then I have another one that's another one of my favorites, but it's called Sunrise Bumblebee, and it's just so beautiful. Let's see if I can show you in the sun here. It's just very colorful and delicious. So, so good. And as you can see, I need to harvest some more. I've already got buckets of these in the house, but the birds like them too. So let's continue on. But first, I want to get my beautiful tomatoes here out of the sun. And into the shade they go. There you go. Okay. Now, this one here. I love this one too. This is called German Pink. And it is another one of those very delicious tomatoes, an heirloom tomato. And it's a pink color. The gold medal, I think they consider that a bicolor. It's just gorgeous. And both of these are very meaty inside and very balanced flavor. Just so delicious. But, yeah, this one here has got maybe about 25 plus fruit. But nothing to sneeze at on this one either. These are quite large. And as you can see, just tons and tons of fruit. So we will come back around, and there she is, quite tall, large plant, going. And then here's my other favorite cherry type tomato, another open pollinated. This one here is called the Pink Bumblebee. And you can see another favorite of the birds. They're pecking at this, so I need to pick these too, but these are just gorgeous as well, and just another one that's just very well balanced and super juicy and flavorful. Oh, these are just so ideal in salads. I'm trying to find you one that's like just perfectly ripe here. So let's let me come around to the other side. But yeah, you can see definitely a big tall plant. So these guys are going to be hitting up on my shade cloth just like that one. And I actually have an extension on this too. But yeah, another bird damage. But let's go down. And here is one that's like really nice and ripe. But you can see the colors on this are just beautiful also. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So they're not like, small cherry type. These are just a little bit bigger than Sunrise Bumblebee. But oh my gosh, they're just so juicy and delicious and sweet, tart, just, you know, good balance. So here we go. Mmm. 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 Mm. Can't help myself, it's so good. But here's a stupichka again, and yeah, we got some more bird damage over here, but yeah, you can see they're you know, a decent saladette type of size. Okay, now here is my other rock star. This one here is just producing. I've had so many tomatoes already come off of this, as well as my other ones, but this one here has just been a superstar. You can see it's actually got more tomatoes coming on it, and they're just beautiful. Just gorgeous. Let me see if I can pull one of these guys off for you. So you can see that they're highly ribbed fruit. Another heirloom, and it's called Castelluto. And so when you cut these, you slice them for, you know, like a sandwich or something. They look beautiful. They're like a flower. They're just very pretty. But they are also another delicious tomato, perfect for tomato soup or sauce. In fact, I think that's how they promote these, but good for fresh eating too. But yeah, I adore these in our tomato soup, so I've just been making tomato soup. So look at that guy, he's so pretty. And I'd say that this is maybe kind of a medium-sized one. I've had several larger than this, and then certainly there's been a few, a handful of smaller ones, but you know, they're just a good size because they just produce so much. And you know, you can just see just all the new fruit in here. I mean, there's some going on in here and some over there, and there's new fruit all the way up. So I don't know how I'm gonna get those. But anyway, so here's the other side of the A. Grappoli D'Inverno. And this one here is Dr. White's Yellow. And this one is just so delicious. This guy's been a producer. Oh, the wind broke my vine here. But it's been a producer and been, you know, pretty decent size too. I mean, look at that. It's like bigger than my palm. So I've got this guy coming in. I probably have over a dozen on this plant, and I'm waiting patiently to see if it's going to set some fruit. I'm not quite sure, but this color on this tomato is a really deep butter yellow color, just beautiful, and it goes through and through, and it's another one that's just very balanced, very meaty. It's just delicious. You know, it's sweet, it's tart, it's just, you know, just a perfect blend of each. So I've been really happy with this one too. So all of these I would recommend in a desert garden. And then here's the back side of my blue goldberries. And here's another rock star. They're all rock stars. I love them all. But this is Dad's Sunset. This is another heirloom. And it gets to, you know, I'd say maybe that's probably the average medium size. I have gotten several larger ones off of this. Nothing really smaller. This is about the smallest size. So you can see, good size, meaty, great for making salsas and stuff. All the larger tomatoes have been awesome in salsas. But this one turns into a very, like a day glow orange, a deep orange color that's just beautiful. So I'm going to pick some of these too, because the birds, though they have not gotten them yet, they are thinking about it. But so you can see that this one's bigger. This is, you know, kind of the normal size that I've been getting off of these. So, you know, just a good meal for one person. Heck, I mean, one of those gold medals, you know, it's like dinner, you know, for two people. But they're so good and delicious. And I saw another one kind of in here. Oh yeah, here's my celery. Can you believe it? I've got celery growing here. And then I've got one way deep in here. So I'm going to pick this one here. I can't bear the thought of losing one of these big ones to the birds. So there he is. Beautiful. So I'm going to go put these in the box. And I'll be right back at you. Okay, everybody. I'm about ready to poop out here from this heat. So I'm going to head back in. And I did pick a few more tomatoes here, enough for a lot of food, a lot of meals here. So I'm going to go ahead and head back in. There's Penny. Okay, ready to go in? Yeah, it's pretty hot. So let's go ahead and go in. Yay! Okay. Whew. Let's set this bad boy down. Okay. Look at that. That's today's harvest. I gotta go back out and get some more. I just got tons of them coming off of the vines, but wait a minute. I wanted to show you something. Oh my. This is yesterday's harvest. So, I got some Dad's Sunsets. Yeah, just telling you. I'm sorry about my stench shirt here. So Dad's Sunsets. Here is the black truffles. So not quite ready yet, but you see they're kind of oh, what baby? Did you come out of the box? Sorry, I've got to pet him. Oh, he's sweetheart. Yeah, he's a good boy. Okay, back to the tomatoes. So this is a brown-black color. And then here's another Dad's Sunset. Here is the Tasmanian Blushing. So very pretty, very nice. And then here's a couple more gold medals. And all I could say is, yeah, baby. Sorry, that's the only thing that comes out of my mouth when I look at these guys, and they are so good, people. They are just so delicious, and look how pretty. Just, and then the coloration, when you slice these, that color's all throughout. It's just gorgeous. But hey, I guess I'm not supposed to be growing these here. Somebody said you can't grow heirlooms. A couple people. Huh. That's odd. Oh, I know. But let me share with you what I got here. He's just being so precious. So I've got some Castellutos. No, I know, sweetie. Oh, how can you ignore that? It's just so precious. I'll just keep doing that. He just wants his mama's love. I've been outside too long. So here's Sunrise Bumblebee. This is the open-pollinated. Then here is this is a pink bumblebee. I have Dad's Sunset. Again, match the shirt. It's a very stench shirt. And then I've got Estupichka with heirloom. Open-pollinated. Heirloom. This is the Grappoli D'Inverno. And here, definitely heirloom. Look at that. Yeah. So, what is that? Duck, goose. Heirloom. Open-pollinated. So I have that. Then come with me in here. So we'll be right back, sweetie.